Earthen pots. This is the best way of cooling water naturally, but the problem is filling these pots. When you have a RO water purifier as the only source of drinking water, it becomes a tedious task to fill these pots with water. But today we have a solution to this problem. So we will be using a small peristaltic pump which will be pulling water from the one side and will be pushing it to the other. We can call it as a self-priming pump. So it operates at a nominal voltage of 12 volts DC, but we will be supplying this a bit lesser voltage as it would be of higher convenience. Secondly, we need this USB cable. You may have many of these old USB cables, so I have cut the other two wires and I have only the positive and the negative, which will be supplying me 5 volts DC voltage out of an adapter like this one. You can use any of these adapters. So we will be connecting these wires to the motors via a switch. So we will be completing this circuitry. So taking a look at the circuit, here we have the motor. The wires come here and it goes through a switch, the positive wire, and it just continues to the other wire. Now this we will be connecting these two wires, these ends we will be connecting to the USB cable over here at the positive and the negative. So that is the simplest circuit ever. So the main part comes for assembly. Now firstly we will remove the cover of the RO water purifier. So we'll be removing all these screws. So after removing the cover, so here we can have a look at the electronics that are present inside. There's a switch, a power supply adapter at the back, then this is the solenoid valve, the pump, and there is a small hole over here, as you can see if I can zoom in. So we'll be using that hole to draw water out from the tank. So here is the motor with the pipe connected. We will be using this small saline pipe for putting this pipe inside the tank so that the motor can pull the water from the tank, and we will be connecting the similar pipe on the outlet as well, so that we can drop this pipe into our pot where it will start filling water. So here I have placed some double-sided tape so that the motor can be mounted over there. Now here is the pipe that we will be putting inside the tank for the inlet. I will be inserting this pipe inside the RO water tank. So as you can see, the water has started to come up through the motor. We will be placing it in the corner and the pipe will be connected to the motor here. Here is how I have connected the pipes for the water inlet and out. So the water will be pushed through this pipe, the outlet one, using some pressure by the motor. So this pipe will be pushing some water and will be filling our earthen pot using that water here. So here's the wiring. It's in the same way as I have explained you right now. So you can also just wire the motor in the simplest way as a small circuit. Here is the wire of this complete circuit. So we will be connecting it with the USB cable that we just saw. So we can just connect it in such a way that you can get enough length for the USB cable to be plugged into in an adapter, which will power the entire setup. So this is how you can complete the circuit. Now you can apply some tape, or you can just stick this wire to the wall using some adhesive so that it does not drop. So here's the pipe. Now we can turn on the switch to get this water. Now this is pure drinking water. Now you can just drop this pipe into the water tank or the earthen pot. Now here I have taken the pipe here. Now the earthen pot is placed near to the RO because I did not have sufficient length of pipe, but you can extend it as your need, as per your need. So here is the pipe, and as I turn on the switch, the water starts flowing here. Now keeping the lid on the earthen pot, the pipe also gets secured on its place. Now you just have to leave it for some hours until the switch is on, and when I turn the switch off, the water gets stopped flowing and now there is no flow of water, and the earthen pot is ultimately filled up with water. Now you can just enjoy cool sips of water through this earthen pot.